Hey, Sophia. I'm going to announce your score for today.
Huh? Score?
Your score today is... Cue the drum roll. Ta-da! Minus 10 points.
What? What's going on? Score? What kind of a joke is this?
I asked my boss yesterday.
Oh yeah, you went out for drinks yesterday. You didn't tell me that you didn't need dinner. I saw you walking to a bar with your boss. That's why I messaged you and you didn't reply.
Huh? It's none of your business when I go out drinking. Do you forget that I'm in sales department? I'm the one who works and earns money more than you. I'm supporting this family. Don't you ever stand up to me.
I'm not standing up to you. What do you mean by the score that you said earlier?
Oh, yeah, that scorer.
What was that? You just gave me minus 10?
That was an evaluation of your appearance.
Huh?
An evaluation of my appearance. Yeah, that's right. My boss said so. He said that women get old very quickly after they get married.
It happens to everyone naturally.
That's not what I meant. Boss, he said that once they get married, they don't make effort to dress up.
That's not true.
Nah, it's true. I was convinced by what the boss said. Women put on makeup and dress up to get a good man. And when she gets a good man, women don't need to wear makeup or dress up anymore.
What are you talking about? Not all women in this world dress up to get a good man.
Denying it like that means you're one of them, right?
No, I'm not.
Well, I was tricked into a dressed up version of you. And I got married to you. You're lucky to have a nice guy like me.
So, what the hell did you suddenly score me for?
Oh, that's what I wanted to talk about. I'm going to be hard on you from now on. If you stop making effort just because we're married, we will get divorced in a heartbeat.
What?
I just told you, women don't make an effort to be beautiful after marriage. I'm not like most men. I'm a very nice man. So if you want to be my wife, you have to work hard too.
What on earth are you talking about? Is that what your boss said?
Yes, that's right. After I heard what he said, I realized that I've been spoiling you.
But his...
By the way, the passing line is 60 points. No, 70 or 80. Yeah, 75. If I get less than that for a week straight, you and I are divorced.
Hold on. Are you saying you saw me at work today and gave me a minus 10? I'm wearing makeup and a suit. Minus 10 points. That's too harsh.
I haven't seen you since you got out for work. All I saw today was you in your pajamas being busy at house.
What? You're giving me a minus 10? I just woke up and I'm preparing your lunch and breakfast? Why should I be judged based on how I looked this morning?
Why not? I'm supposed to see your face at home and outside of the house. Even inside the house, you have to look beautiful all the time. If you understand me, you should stop wearing pajamas from now on.
That's too much. It's like telling me not to sleep in my pajamas.
Look, just go back home now and buy yourself some makeup to make yourself pretty.
I'm not taking the afternoon off for that ridiculous reason. Are you done talking? If you keep talking this nonsense, my lunch break will be over.
Oh, come on. You're not even pretty enough to interrupt your husband while talking. My boss is with me right now. He says you need a little more education. I'm going to have to be a little more bashful about this. The lunch that you made didn't look too good today. I gave it to my coworker, who was short on cash. I'm going to the convenience store to get some food.
It's been a week now.
Since what?
Since you've been giving the lunch to someone else. If you won't eat it, I don't think I have to make it anymore.
What are you talking about? I'm saying that if you cook it properly, I'll eat it. But your cooking was no good, so I didn't eat it.
Can you tell me what exactly is wrong with it?
Huh?
You saw the lunch, ate it, and you thought it was bad, right? Then tell me exactly what was wrong with it. Even to your subordinate at your work. You can't just say no without saying the reason. You'll never get the results that you want.
Work and housework are different. Anyway, your cooking is terrible. I'm saying it's not edible at all.
That's funny. You complain and yet you eat dinner every day. I know you were just not in a mood. That's why you're giving the lunch to someone else. Now what? Don't you have anything to say?
That way you're acting.
How am I acting?
When I told you you were not good enough, all you have to do is say you're sorry and obey me. That's what a wife does.
What are you talking about? I had no idea you were like that. You were so nice to me before we got married.
You're the one who changed after we got married.
Me? How?
Since we started living together, you've been asking me to help you with the housework.
We started living together. We both work. It's normal for us to share the housework, right? It's different if I was not working, I guess.
Since we started living together, you got ugly.
You see my face without makeup more often. That's why you're saying that. I take good care of myself. Even you say that.
Besides, you don't dress well anymore.
Because every time I pick my outfit, you always say I don't look good with it. Of course, if you keep receiving these comments all the time, I'll lose my motivation to buy new clothes.
And when it comes to food, you always make boring foods.
I just made the food that you wanted to eat.
Besides, you always try to argue with me.
Because you started to be more selfish after we got married. We're a partner. We're on equal footing. If you're being selfish, I reject it.
That's not right.
What's not right?
You're my wife, right?
Yeah, so?
A wife should listen to her husband.
Here you go again. Always say that kind of stuff every time we argue. I bet your boss said that again.
Yes, he did. My boss is a man among men. I've never seen anyone more real man than that man.
Oh yeah. You're not a good judge of people either.
What did you say? You're the one who doesn't have sense to look at people, aren't you? The other day, you were telling me about the latest fashion trends. You said you got a tip from a young colleague. But your score is minus 30 points today.
All right. That's enough. No matter how much effort I put in, it doesn't matter to you, right?
I'm gonna start eating my lunch. Talk to you later. Hey, you just interrupted me while talking. I'm serious about it. Okay, here are today's scores. Cue the drum roll. Ta-da! Wow, the lowest record was broken. Minus 100 points. I had a plan with my dad this morning. So, I don't think you saw me this morning. Minus 10 points for not waking me up in the morning. Minus 20 points for not respecting me. Minus 30 points for not making me lunch. And minus 40 points because you are ugly today anyway. So, that's a total of minus 100 points.
Ugh, you're so stupid. Why did you stop talking like a schoolboy?
And add a minus 50 points for talking out of your ass to me.
Do you really enjoy acting like such a child?
I'm doing this to improve my life. I'm not like you who's just playing around.
What makes you think I'm playing with you?
You thought that if you married me, you could count on my money while working as sales. You thought you could make a living off my money, didn't you? Also, I can give money to your parents who call you often. Hold on, what do you mean I'm giving money to my father? The only reason he asks you to take a day off and meet you, I'm pretty sure he's asking for money. Besides, I'm sure both you and your father are counting on my money.
No way! It's not like that.
Say whatever you want. I know you're lying. That's why I filed for divorce.
What?
I know you recently came home with divorce papers. You filled out your own section. Well, even though you knew you were going to be dumped, I guess you couldn't give me the divorce papers.
You filed that one.
So, you get the hell out of my house. Don't you ever show your face in front of me again. Also, you should quit the company too. You are so annoying.
I was planning on quitting the company for a long time. I don't need you to tell me that.
Well, I'll be over there tomorrow to pick up my stuff. I'll be moving out as soon as possible, so don't worry. Yes, I am so glad. Now I can say goodbye to the minus 150 point woman. Hey, how come you're next to the new president? And you're all dressed up? Are you planning to go to the new president's inauguration party? And will you scavenge for a guy to live off, aren't you?
Wow, after you blocked me, that's the first thing you're telling me. That's very rude of you.
Oh, I get it. You're probably just trying to impress the new president. I'm sure he's a ball buster, but at your age, I'd say you look like daughter to him. There's no way you can get married.
What? Of course I can't marry the new president.
I know.
Because the new president is my father.
What?
I mean, you've seen your father's face. You met him at the meeting and wedding, but you forgot about him?
Wait a minute. Really? Your father? The new president?
Yeah, he's the president of the big company that merged this company. So I'm telling you that my father is now the president of the company you work for.
No, that's a lie. I'll go talk to my colleagues. Also, I'm going to ask security to kick you out. No way, it can't be true.
I guess your colleagues knew exactly what I was talking about.
Your father, president? Oh, you were hiding it all the time.
What's that?
You should have told me at first that you were rich. Well, if that's the way it is, fine. I'll go along with your plan. I'll propose to you again. So just wait and see. What do you mean? I proposed to you. You acted like I was a stranger. Thanks to you, I was embarrassed in front of a bunch of people.
Oh, that was fun. Is that the proposal? You brought me flowers from a vase in the hall, and you told me that you're going to make me your wife again? I thought it was some kind of a joke.
Stop laughing. I was serious about the proposal. Don't you have a heart?
Look who's talking. After we got married, you took your boss's stupid advice, forced me to do all the housework. You've been complaining about my appearance every day. You filed for divorce without even discussing it.
That was your fault.
I'm telling you, my father made me do it. I worked for the company you work for and other companies for a certain period of time. I was getting ready to start working for the next company I was going to investigate. So I didn't have the slightest time to deal with your ridiculous selfishness.
Foolish selfishness?
That's right. Now that I'm done with my long investigation, I'm back at the company my father used to run. I'm the head of human resources now. What about you?
I've been working really hard since you and I divorced, and...
Yeah, I'm not asking you how hard you've been working. I'm asking if you've got promoted.
Well, I don't think I'll get a promotion.
That's what I thought. Because you're just a relative of the previous president. You were all over the arrogant, bossy sales manager. Wasn't the director too naive to you, who was just trying to sell you flattery?
Because the sales manager was a man among men. I really respected him.
Oh, I remember. It was all his fault. When the time you were asking that wife should obey the husband? Am I right?
The sales manager was always right. He made me realize that women shouldn't be spoiled.
Hey, when you took the sales manager advice to heart, I had a thought.
What?
That sales manager is a divorcee, right? Divorced. 3 times? Did you know that?
What?
His wife left him over and over again. He's divorced 3 times and has 5 kids. He's totally incapable of doing housework, so his mother has custody of all of them. Think about it. You took the advice of someone like that.
I didn't know that.
Well, usually a person won't admit what's wrong with them.
So that means
That means he taught you how to get divorced.
Oh, no. Then this is my boss's fault. If I never met him, we wouldn't have gotten divorced.
That's a terrible thing to say to the man that you respect. It's ridiculous.
It's all my boss's fault, so it's not my fault, right? I just did as I was told.
Huh?
So can we forget about our divorce?
No way. It's not going to happen. I mean, I'll just block you now. You're not making any good impression, Why do you keep using your phone at all?
Hey, wait a minute. I need you. Thank God, I can finally contact you. Let's start over, with me this time. Sophia!
Excuse me? Who are you?
Don't you know? I'm the person you love most in this world.
That's a lie, because that's never going to happen.
What are you talking about? I'm the one you love most in the world. Liam.
What? I thought I blocked you. Why?
I bought a new phone. More importantly, I came to your father's office. I don't have an appointment, so they asked me to leave.
What? You're at the office?
Of course. I'm getting back with you. So I'm the next president of this company, right?
I'm not getting back with you. Just because you married me doesn't mean you're going to be the president of this company.
Why not? I'm your ex-husband.
Ex-husband? So what? You can't be the president if you're incompetent and all you do is flatter people.
Huh? You can't say that. I'm the one who said I'd get back together with you.
I told you, I'm not getting back together with you. I'm already married.
What? You filed our marriage certificate first.
No, of course not. That's a crime.
If it's not with me, then with who?
With my new husband. I met him 2 years after I divorced you. We even had a wedding the other day.
What? Why are you married to a different man?
Did you really think that once a woman gets married, she's supposed to love only one person? You're not even that attractive.
Damn. Hey, get out of my office right now, or I'll fuck up the company.
What the hell? That's a threat? You're too desperate. It's too funny. But you can't do that.
You don't care about the company?
Do whatever you want. And you're the one who's going to jail if you go ballistic at the company. And besides, since I'm not at work right now, there's no way I'm getting in front of you. You just wasted your time.
Huh? Then where are you?
I won't give you the details, but my husband and I are on our honeymoon.
Oh no. I became uncomfortable working since my boss left, and I'm on disciplinary action.
Yeah, I heard about the issue with the female employee. If they are dressing up, you were thinking that they were trying to flirt with you. Your boss used to do that too, right? When your boss was around, no one really speaked up about it. But now that he's gone, there's no one left to protect you. You really are jerks, aren't you?
You're the president's daughter, right? Then you will support me, right? I don't even get paid for now.
You deserve that. Why should I have to support you just because I'm the president's daughter? Well, excuse me. My husband is calling me. I want you to stay out of my life and never get involved with me again. If you contact me again, you'll be in bigger trouble.
Oh no, Sophia! Please, just a little help. Don't abandon me.
I immediately told my husband and father about Liam. Apparently, Liam had been sniffing around about me since then. On my husband's advice, I told the police that he was following me around. In addition to getting a restraining order, Liam was sued by several female colleagues. They even asked him for the compensation. He's now back in the countryside, helping his brother's family farm. I heard that he is shredding his pride by working like a slave every day. I have forgotten about my ex-husband, and I am living a happy life with my new husband. In a way, I am grateful to Liam for serving me with divorce papers at that time.
Hey, you unemployed bum. How long are you staying? Because of you, our family's budgets are under pressure. Huh? What are you talking about? Aren't you accidentally texting someone else? I'm not mistaken. I'm talking to you, my low-life daughter. If that's the case, why don't you text Mark? He's the unemployed one. Mark is not unemployed. That boy is always going somewhere, so he can't possibly be unemployed. What kind of understanding is that? He's always going out, so that means he's working? Then is that man bringing home any money? If he's not, it doesn't matter whether he's working or not. Don't make fun of your brother. He's probably working hard. He doesn't have to do anything. He's our eldest son. He's going to take care of us someday. Oh, okay. So he doesn't have to do anything now. Also, he's probably going to marry a pretty girl and give us cute grandchildren one day. He's not like you. I don't know why you're comparing him to me, but I work from home. I even put in money. So why do I have to be called an unemployed bum? A shut-in and an unemployed bum are the same things. I work from home and earn money. Before you misunderstand and decide that I'm unemployed, why don't you have a long walk with your dear son? He needs to become more independent, or he's going to be in trouble. What do you know? Don't act like you know everything. I don't mean to act like I know everything, but if you really want me out of the house, you better talk to Dad first. He asked me to come back home. About that, your father says he doesn't recall saying that. What? When I talked to him about kicking you out, he didn't disagree. He said that's fine. What? Are you sure? Aren't you guys taking this a little too lightly? You should really talk about it. Like, about what you're going to do moving forward. You should think about what you're going to do. You need to quit depending on your parents for support. There's no support to receive in the first place. A woman who can't get married is useless. I thought you would get married and finally move out. If I left things as they are, you will always be living here. The electricity bills are through the roof, you know? Yeah, that might be true. I have to stay at home, and I use 2 computers to work. Nobody needs you. I'm saying you're a useless person. Shouldn't you realize that by now? That's no way to speak to your own daughter. What are you going to do when I move out? Mark will provide for us. Huh? How? He doesn't even have a real job. Your father still works, so there won't be a problem. You're the problem. Our luck runs out when you're here. Go out sometimes. Fine, I'll go out. But shouldn't you talk to the family first? You're sending me all of these texts, but you should talk to the others too. Don't tell me what to do. I don't want to look at your face. That's why I'm trying to do everything by text. You're useless. We don't need trash in this family. That's crossing the line. In any case, if you want it that much, I'll leave. Dad, you haven't talked to Mom yet? It's gonna be a year now.
What are you talking about?
Don't act dumb. You know what I'm talking about. The reason why I needed to move back home.
I don't plan on talking about that.
Wait, are you serious? You can't keep hiding it from her. You haven't told her what's going on with you?
You're a real pain in the neck. That's why you're not the favorite. I'm so relieved that I don't have to look at your face anymore.
What? What do you mean?
I wasn't supposed to tell you this, so I can't.
You already said that much. I don't know what you guys are thinking, but you need to talk about it before you do anything stupid. You're surprisingly out and about today. Because you keep nagging me to get out of the house. So I've been getting out of the house more often. I'm on vacation right now. What's the matter? So you're not coming home? What a shame. A shame? I didn't expect to hear that from you. Why? It's a shame today won't be the day that you'll come home. And we won't be there anymore. What? Our family moved out when you were gone. We don't live there anymore. I'll give you that old house. Consider it an inheritance. So be thankful. I really don't understand. What are you talking about? What inheritance? That house has no value. You bought an old house, then lived in it for 30 years. That house is so old, it has no market value. You're just trying to get rid of it. Yeah, that might be true. Honestly, we don't want a daughter who doesn't even work. I told you to say that to Mark. Mark will be working for a good company, you know. Oh, really? So we don't need your help anymore. Well, I don't recall you ever helping us anyway. I thought so. You haven't talked to Dad, have you? What are you trying to say? We're cutting all ties with you. We can't keep taking care of you anymore. We chose a time you were out of the house and moved. A bum like you deserves to be in an old house alone and sad. Okay, good luck. Look at you, trying to act so tough. I don't remember you taking care of me. It's fine. I was wanting to cut all ties with you anyway. It's good timing, to be honest. Don't bother me anymore. About the house, has the name of the title deed been changed to mine? What? It's no use talking to you. I'll just have my accountant take care of the paperwork. I'm telling you now, it'll be too late to come running back to me. There's no way I'm living in a house like that. I don't plan on ever going back. I don't plan on seeing you again either. Goodbye then. Got it. Even if you want your house back, it's too late. We're going back home on the weekend. That's fine, right? Huh? Who is this? Stop messing around. We're coming back. The house is probably a mess since you messed it up. But we're coming home on the weekend, so clean it up before then. What are you talking about? There's no place for you to come back to. What? We've cut off all ties. And this is my house now. There's no place for you guys to come home. That house is your father's. Why don't you get that? Have you lost it already? A few months ago when you moved out, you changed the name on the deed to mine. Did I? But you need to change that back immediately. We plan on coming back. I told you there's no place for you to come back to. There's no way you're getting it back. It's too late to be regretting it now. Hold on. Are you being serious? That's our house. Not anymore. There's no sign of that old, filthy place here anymore. What? That day, I was secretly thrilled. You were excited to see me so shocked, though. You weren't shocked? You were burdened with your family's baggage. There's no way you weren't shocked. Well, a normal person would be. But I have money. What? I redid the house to make it nice. I also got to cut all ties with you, so I'm so happy. I turned the extra space into a guest room that I'm leasing out. I get to make extra money while working from home. It's the best. I got the idea from this. To buy old houses and flip them. So that's what I'll be doing. I don't understand. So you're letting people live in our house? Don't misunderstand anything. This is my house now. So that means we can't go back to it? Why are you abandoning your family? You're the one who tried to abandon me first. What did you say? That's the truth. You make fun of me and look down on me. It's been over a year since Dad lost his job, but you never noticed. What? You knew about that? Of course I knew. Since Dad couldn't provide for the family, he asked me to come back home. So I had no choice but to go back to that dump. Really? I didn't know that. That's why I told you many times to go talk to him. He forbid me to say anything. He said he would get another job. But a 60-year-old nearing retirement who got fired for a scandal wouldn't be hired by anybody, right? A scandal? He didn't just quit? If so, he would have been paid retirement money. If only you would just think a little bit. We can't even afford the rent at our new place. Mark became so stressed only after 1 month of working that he became so depressed and won't come out of his room. We won't be able to pay rent, and your father says he doesn't have any more money. I mean, when Dad agreed to move, didn't you notice that he wasn't working then? That's true. That's what I mean. Well, even if you're in trouble and you want to come back, I reject you. The house is in my name now, and I have cut all ties with you. If you try to come in, I'll call the police for trespassing. Trespassing? That was our home for 30 years. And you forced that on me. I'm very grateful to have received it. You guys don't have any rights. It's your own fault, right? Well, good luck being homeless. Goodbye, forever. The mother, Charlotte, didn't give up and kept calling, and ended up coming to the house. But the daughter, Maya, actually called the police. She was arrested for trespassing and was taken in for questioning. In the end, Charlotte's family lost their house, and the husband started getting dementia and needed care. The son Mark was too depressed to work. Charlotte was at the point of being homeless, but managed to find a job and move into an old apartment. She now works long hours to provide for her family. She says she should have listened to Maya and regrets it every day. But it seems she was too late.
Emma, I just got a call from my mom. She wants you to come over. I'm at work right now. You work from home so you can go, right? Can you check on her? Even if I work from home, I still have to do my work, right? It's not like I have a lot of free time. Could you tell her once in a while that she puts me in a difficult position when she calls me so often? She's calling you because she needs your help. But that doesn't mean she can call me on everything. What the hell does she want this time? She didn't tell me what it was about. Can you ask her what she wants? The reasons why your mother has called me before were for changing light bulbs, cleaning the bathtub, or pulling weeds in the garden. All the things I didn't have to do right away. Those are things she could have done on her own in the first place, right? Right? She can't do it by herself. That's why she asks you for help. You know, mom's legs and back are getting weak. You say she can't do things because of her legs and back getting weak, but she goes on trips all the time, doesn't she? Don't be so sarcastic. Don't you feel sorry for my mom? I'm serious about it. If you feel sorry, why don't you help her? Well, I can't do that because I have work to do. You can help her after work, right? Her house isn't that far away. If I go there after work, Mom will be worried about me. She thinks that I'm being used by you. She said I must be tired from work and she can't ask me for help. Why don't you say no to her? You can convince her. I'm working too. Don't you think I tell her that? But she worries too much. She thinks about me as her only son more than anyone else. Didn't we talk about this before we got married? Your mother is very attached to you, so I would need your help when I'm in trouble. I still think I'm helping you. Tell her again that I'm working from home. Of course, I'll tell her when I see her. But she won't listen to a single thing I say. Okay, I'll make sure to tell her, so can you listen to her just this once, please? Also, she's calling you because she trusts you. Mom says she approves of you in her own way. I doubt that. Would you invite someone you don't like to your house? No, I wouldn't. But I don't think it means the same thing as your mother-in-law calling me. Don't get any funny ideas like that. She's my mom, so just be a little nicer to her. I would like the two of you to get closer if possible. I like to be closer too. But whenever I see her, she's always sarcastic. To be honest, just seeing her makes me feel uncomfortable. I'm sorry about that. Anyway, I'll talk to her again. About your working, about her being sarcastic. I'll ask her to contact me for help as much as possible. Okay. Thank you. So, please take care of her favor this time, okay? I'll let Mom know you're on the way. Hey, I'm sorry to bother you, but can you come over to my parents' house now? What? Why? You know, tomorrow we're having a family gathering for the memorial service, right? We are cleaning the house, but we can't finish. I know. That's why you went to your parents' house today, right? That's why I came here, but we can't finish it. Please give me a hand, will you? Are you serious? I have a broken bone. And it's your mother-in-law who made me like this. She apologized for that. And she didn't do it on purpose. It seemed intentional to me. I was up on the stepladder cleaning the warehouse. Why would she bump into me? She said she got dizzy. I think it's terrible that you talk like that. I have a cast on one arm. And you still want me to help you clean up? You can use your other hand, right? Mom says you can do it with one hand. She says she used to carry me around as a baby and do the housework. You judge everything by your mother-in-law standards. She's a professional housekeeper, so I'm sure she's right. Anyway, please come over. We're the head family, and I'm the eldest and only son. You need to help me with this. I don't know what the relatives will say at the memorial service tomorrow. Even if I go, I can only do simple things. That's fine. I'm begging you. It's the anniversary of my father's death, and he took good care of you too, didn't he? Your father was good to me. He was kind to me too. So please come for him. I want to have a memorial service with everybody. Okay. But really, I can only do simple things, okay? Yeah, that's totally fine. Well, you better hurry up and get here right now. We're going out. Excuse me? You're going out? Yeah, I'm going out with mommy, so you should clean up while we're gone. What? You mean you want me to do it all by myself? And why are you calling her mommy? I used to call her mommy when it was just the two of us. Oh shit, I accidentally said that. That's embarrassing. Oh, I see. But isn't it weird that I'm the only one cleaning up? You call me because you two couldn't clean up by yourselves, right? You see, I'm not very good. Mom's legs and backs are getting weak. We'll both get snacks and whatever else we need for tomorrow. Call me when you're done. Okay, I got it. I'll be waiting for you. Mom is a little upset, so come here quick. Matt, I need to talk to you. What is it? We're about to have dinner, so make it quick. Dinner? We've come all the way out here, so Mom said we should eat dinner. I see. So you two are having fun while you made me clean up? Don't talk like that. We're just having dinner while shopping. I was just thinking, you're more sarcastic than Mom, aren't you? You shouldn't do anything you don't want done to you. I see. That's right. You should grow up. So how's it going over there? Did you finish cleaning? I'm not done yet. What? What have you been doing all this time? Mom's upset that you're taking so long to finish. Relatives coming over, so you better keep it clean and well organized. Don't worry, no one's coming. I won't go to your house ever again. Huh? What are you talking about? Matt, I'm Charlotte. Huh? Charlotte? Aunt Charlotte? That sister? Yes. Hey, Emma. Stop messing with me. What kind of joke is this? It's not funny at all. I'm not joking. What? I got here early today. I came to your house just to say hi, and I was really surprised that your wife, the daughter-in-law of the family, was mopping the floor with one hand. And you and your mom are eating dinner? What the hell are you doing? Stop having dinner and come home right now. Are you really auntie? I told you so. I borrowed Emma's phone. You guys are behaving so badly. No, I can explain this. Mom and I are out shopping for tomorrow's preparations. We didn't leave it to her alone. Shopping for tomorrow? We'll have sushi delivered for lunch, right? All we have to prepare is snacks and drinks. How many hours have the two of you been out? Actually, we were cleaning up without having lunch, so we were really hungry. You had pizza delivered to your house for lunch. I found the receipt and delivery boxes in the kitchen. I'm sorry. We'll be right back. You do that. And also, I heard briefly what has been going on. What? Your mom? She has been calling Emma over even though she had nothing important to do. And Emma fractured her bone because your mom accidentally bumped into her on purpose. No, that's just a misunderstanding. Even if it were a misunderstanding, who do you expect me to believe when I see her cleaning the house alone? But apparently, mom had a seizure and was feeling dizzy. So I don't think she's entirely responsible. You're right, this is your fault too. What? Me? Why? I didn't do anything. That's the problem. It's because you didn't protect her from your mother. You always take your mother's side on everything. You're pathetic. Who else is Emma supposed to rely on? I've been fair to both of them. But now you're eating out with your mother, right? How is that fair? I am truly disgusted by you and your mother's behavior. Tell your mother that I will no longer send financial support monthly. I was tolerating her because she's my brother's wife, but I knew I was wrong. We as relatives are cutting ourselves off from your family. Emma, please pick up the phone. I'll make it up to you, please. And I want you to come home. I have nothing to talk to you about. I told you how I feel the other day when Aunt Charlotte was here, didn't I? You want a divorce, right? Yes, I've been holding back for a long time, but I've had enough. You never change. You always put your mother first. You're the kind of person who wouldn't worry even if I have a broken bone and would instead make me clean the house. I don't think there's any point in us staying together. Don't say that. I'll change and my mother apologized to you, right? It's not something you can just apologize about and be done with. Besides, your mother only apologized to me because she doesn't want to lose Aunt Charlotte's monthly support, right? That's not true. I'm really sorry. She also admitted to breaking your arm, right? She said she bumped into the stepladder on purpose. What did you think when you heard that? I thought it was a terrible thing. But I think it's great that she admitted she did something wrong. I'm sure mom regrets what she has done. If someone I care about were intentionally injured by my own family, I would not be able to forgive them. I haven't forgiven mom either, but I wanted you to know that she's sorry. I can't get that you are still worried about your mom, even after all this time, so I'm divorcing you. I won't change my mind, so give it up. I'll change from now on. You don't look like you're changed at all. It seems like you're still taking your mother's side. I'm the only family mom is left with. All this time, the only person I could turn to about my mother-in-law was you, Matt. And yet you have been neglecting me for a long time and have done nothing for me. You made me clean the house while my arm was broken. I don't want to feel miserable like that anymore. I'll be on your side from now on. I'm not talking about which side you're going to take. I've realized that I don't feel the same way as you do, and that's why I want a divorce. If I leave you, you can stay with your mommy as much as you want, right? I think that would be the best for you. Don't make fun of me like that. What's wrong with calling her mommy? I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. But since you don't call her that in public, you do feel embarrassed, right? I'm a grown-up, so I just call her differently depending on the situation. But that's not what I wanted to talk about. Emma, please. I don't want to leave you. So I want you to reconsider about divorce. I just don't get why you don't want to get a divorce. I've been thinking about it all along. I don't want to divorce you because I love you. I was hoping that was true, just for a little bit. But I asked Charlotte to take a look at your mother-in-law's cell phone, what kind of conversations you have been having with your mother. You have been telling your mother about me like you hated me, haven't you? Emma was saying bad stuff about you again. Emma doesn't do anything for me at home, so Mom, you have to train her. They were all such lousy exchanges. No, I was just going along with my mom. I did not mean any of it. You know what? I don't care anymore. It's a fact that you've sent those messages. And when I saw them, I realized something. You wanted to make me look bad and keep your mother's attention away from you, didn't you? You wanted to force me to do everything that was troublesome for you. No, I didn't. You got me wrong. Alright, I'll cut it off with Mom. I'll never let Mom do anything bad to you again. I'll be able to protect you too. You didn't hear me? I don't care about that anymore. I cannot forgive you for everything you've done. That's why I'm divorcing you. Sorry. I'm really sorry. I won't do it again. I don't want it to happen again. That's why I'm getting a divorce. If you don't accept it, I'm going to prepare for mediated divorce. Wait a minute, Emma. Let's talk one more time. I'll really listen to whatever you say. You never listen to me, even once. How am I supposed to trust you? Besides, I'll be happier without you. You're the only one for your beloved mommy, right? Then you should always be close to your mommy from now on. After that, my ex-husband still did not accept the divorce, so I was preparing for a mediated divorce. Charlotte asked me for an update, so I told her honestly, and she set up a meeting to discuss the issue with all her relatives. Thanks to that discussion, my husband and I are finally divorced. Seeing my ex-husband signing the divorce papers while crying and being blamed by everyone around him all at once, I felt nothing but pity and disgust. Apparently, it seems that my mother-in-law overspent her inheritance after my father-in-law passed away. And that's why Charlotte was helping her with living expenses. She was crying a lot in front of her relatives, saying she couldn't live without that assistance. But nobody felt sorry for her. And they were all telling her she should rely on her own son, my ex-husband, to help out living with his mom and supporting her. His mom spends a lot of money and does very little housework, so he's having a hard time. I think he deserves it, considering that he used me as a substitute for her. In a way, my ex-husband may be a victim of his mom's poisoning. But it is no longer my business anymore. I'm sure my husband will run out of patience sooner or later, and there'll be some sort of trouble, eventually. Even so, my mother-in-law will never let go of my ex-husband again. I hope that the two of them spend the rest of their lives together. On the other hand, I moved to an apartment for singles with Charlotte's reference. The building is new, but I got a very cheap rent because she knows the owner. I'm really grateful to be able to live here under such good condition. I have lost touch with my ex-husband and my mother-in-law. I will forever cherish the relationships I had with my deceased father-in-law's relatives. And I will never forget how Charlotte and her relatives have reached out to me when I was in trouble. If they ever get in any trouble, I would do my best to support them. I will do what I can do, one thing at a time. I will get over this divorce and find new happiness in my own way.
Didn't it smell funny at the opening ceremony today? Was it the classroom or... Huh? Why are you asking me? Well, it was obviously coming from you. A 40-year-old coming to an opening ceremony for her kid in first grade. That's insane. Your body odor was too much for me. Are you still upset that I got mad at you? It couldn't be helped. You were taking selfies right in the middle of class. My gosh, you're still lecturing me? This is why I hate old ladies. It doesn't bother me, and I don't want to be told off by someone who would still be using a flip phone. To get upset that much in front of a bunch of kids? You really are a sad old lady. Everyone thought it was your fault after I posted this to Facebook. I was upset because you kept saying I smelled bad in front of my daughter. Why don't you get that? Well, you smelled horrible when you came up to talk to me. That's like an act of terrorism. You had really bad breath too. Anyway, if you keep bothering me about this, I'll post your name and face. What are you talking about? Posting my face on Facebook? I have 20,000 followers. I post videos about parenting and make a profit. So I wouldn't get on my bad side. What a lowlife you are, threatening people with the number of followers you have. We live in a different time now. Will you adapt to modern life already? You're just going to be miserable. How are things with your husband? What? Why are you asking all of a sudden? I mean, he's a piece of trash that earns less than me now. I want to get rid of him already, but he owns this house. Anyway, I don't need a man anymore. You just have your husband take good care of you, okay? Oh, that's good to hear. Huh? What? I'll text you later then. We'll probably have a lot of things to talk about. I have no idea what you're talking about, but okay. Oh, are you trying to steal my husband? I'll let you have him. Okay, goodbye. Jim, do you have a moment to talk?
Yes, boss. What's going on?
You don't have to get nervous. It's not that big of a deal. Your wife was making fun of me at the school's open house today, saying I smelled of body odor.
What? That is a big deal. I'm so sorry. She's always such a pain.
Yeah, I really can't forgive her this time. I could handle being made fun of, but not in front of my daughter. I'm fine, but I feel so bad for my daughter.
I'm really sorry. Part of it is my fault.
No, I was the one who told you not to tell her that I'm your boss. I knew this would happen one day, so it's not your fault.
But still.
That doesn't mean I'll forgive her. Why do you think I told you not to tell her that I'm your boss?
What? Well, you're not really an open person. And you don't tell people that you're the head of a company.
Yeah, but the main reason I don't tell her is because I want to see the shock and hopelessness on her face when I do.
Huh?
Jim, you're an honest person. And even though I'm your boss, I really respect you. But I just can't stand your wife. I just hate her, and I want to bury her.
That much? But deep down, she's not a bad person. Everywhere besides that is awful, though. Will you leave this incident up to me? I'll make sure to scold her.
She called you a piece of trash who earns less than her.
What?
You always stick up for her and apologize for her. But she said she wants to get rid of you. Did you know that?
Well, we've been arguing a lot recently. Ever since she became an influencer and started to earn money, she quit her job and started to look down on me. She promotes good parenting, but she's so caught up in all of it that she actually doesn't do any parenting.
I didn't know that. It must be hard for you too.
I thought it would be fine if I just sucked it up, but now you and your daughter are being caused trouble.
Well, you shouldn't be the one apologizing. Now, I wanted to get your permission to bring her to justice. How about it?
Okay, I already made up my mind anyway.
Made up your mind?
I'm getting a divorce. I've been thinking about it for a while, but I've made up my mind. If this goes on, it's going to affect our child. I've been taking care of her on my own recently anyway.
Come to think of it, you brought her to work a couple of times. Alright, I'll see you at work tomorrow.
Okay. I'm really sorry again.
Hey, what did you mean when you said we'll have a lot to talk about? Did you just want to try and scare me?
That is not the case. I was just warning you as a mom friend.
Huh? Don't be acting like a mom friend when you gave birth at such an old age. How did it feel to be made a fool at the opening ceremony?
You better get over here and get on your knees and apologize.
What? Jim! What? Why are you two together?
Listen, Carrie's my boss at work.
What? Really?
I told you to apologize yesterday. Why are you instigating again?
Well, I mean, I didn't know she was your boss. Why didn't you tell me? You should have told me.
My boss tried to handle things as two moms. Why can't you understand that?
How could I? I mean, I never would have guessed that. Who would have known she was your boss?
Listen, even if she wasn't my boss, what you did was wrong. If you don't get that, you're just a horrible person.
Well, I just don't like moms from older generations because of the way they think. All of my mom friends are in their 20s. We have the same point of view and we get along. It's annoying when an old lady comes right in, acting all friendly.
Acting all friendly? That's called communicating. If you don't want to become friends, just brush it off.
How would you know if you weren't there? She really got on my nerves. Don't just listen to one side of the story.
It's true that I only heard my boss's side of the story, but how could I listen to a woman who would make fun of somebody in front of their child?
What? Did you just call your wife some woman? You're an awful husband. I'll post this on Facebook.
What part of this is awful? I heard you were taking selfies at the ceremony. Have you lost all common sense because you're trying so hard to make it look like you're a good mom?
That's part of the job. I get money for that.
All you're doing is promoting some cheap makeup to get money. Anyway, I won't forgive you for this. I want a divorce.
What? A divorce? That's totally fine.
Oh, really?
I make more than you anyway. I'll be able to parent more freely without you.
I've been the one cooking meals and putting our daughter to bed. What do you mean you're a good mom? You're just in love with yourself.
I'm telling you, I work at home. You're a husband, so you should be helping me take care of our child.
It's Carrie. This wasn't going anywhere. He gave the phone back.
Well, it's not going to go anywhere with you either. It was you that started all of this, right? I'm telling you now, divorcing him will be a piece of cake.
I posted this to Facebook.
What?
It looks like your account has been receiving some backlash for a while now. Giving out false information about parenting, enforcing makeup on your child. It's heating up and going viral now.
Oh my gosh! You have 60,000 followers? How?
Anyway, I'm glad that I was able to reveal who you really were.
Hey, wait! What am I supposed to do about this? I work on Facebook, so without it, I have no job.
You also won't get custody either. I've seen Jem bring your daughter to work. So there will be a lot of people who can testify that you haven't been taking care of your child.
What? A lot of people?
The people who you call your mom friends all came to my side after what happened at the opening ceremony. It looks like they haven't been so fond of your actions for a long time. They told me everything. You're going to lose your child, and your brand is all about parenting.
Hand the phone over to Jem.
It's Jim. So now you know what's going on, right?
I don't want to get a divorce, actually. Please.
What?
It was my bad. I've learned my lesson. I'll quit Facebook and I'll raise our child. Please, give me another chance.
Wait. So once you won't earn any money, it becomes like this? Sorry, but I've seen your personality. I'm going through with the divorce.
No! Then what am I supposed to do? My face is on the internet, and I'm going viral. I haven't worked before. Please, please, give me another chance.
There's no way. I'm sick and tired of dealing with you. Just get married to someone else.
Who's going to want to marry me after I've gone this viral?
How should I know? Also, you don't care at all about our kid? You call yourself a mom? You're only worried about yourself.
Well, you said you won't give me custody.
Then I'm getting a divorce, but I'll give you custody. What if I said that? What would you do?
What would I do?
Are you ready to work and raise a child by yourself? See, that's the thing I hate about you. In the end, you only think of our child as a prop to make money. You don't love her. It seemed like you didn't get it, but do you get it now?
I guess.
Learn your lesson and start all over.
I get that it was my fault. But if you throw me out like this, I can't live on my own. I won't have any money to move, and I can't even afford to pay my phone bill.
All of this is happening and you're worried about your phone? Why don't you use a flip phone?
After that, Jim and Tam's divorce was finalized. Jim got full custody and took their daughter with him to go live with his parents. With the help of his parents, he became a great father who balances his job and parenting. Tam lost her house and, because of going viral, had to leave the city and live with her parents in the countryside. She became very depressed because of all the debt she was in. But because she came to realize that she didn't love her child as she should have. I'm not so worried because she seemed to have learned her lesson. But if she does have another child, I hope she raises it with lots of love.
Kelly, what's dinner tonight?
Today, it's meat and potatoes. Mark, are you done with work already? If so, I'll heat him up.
I'm on my way home now. Oh, meat and potatoes. I was in the mood for fried food.
I can't do it if you tell me now. I'll make fried food tomorrow. Just be patient today.
Well, okay. Oh, I just remembered something about dinner. I almost forgot something important.
What's important? What's going on?
Okay, listen to me carefully. It's very important to you.
Yeah, I get it. What is it?
Well then, today's results are in. A score of 20. You know it's out of 100 points.
Well, excuse me. 20 points for what?
Today's lunch. It was mainly leftovers from yesterday and frozen meals. Even with the soft scale, that's about right. Next time, try harder.
Well, what do you mean to try harder? Why are we suddenly being scored? Me? I don't understand.
Well, about your housework, you were cutting corners, isn't it? I don't think that's good. So I'm going to score you so that make sure you don't cut corners from now on. You can't cut corners if you get a score, right?
I have a lot to say, but... Anyway, can I ask you something?
About what?
Why did you decide to do this?
I talked to a superior at work about your housework. Then I heard that he keeps score of his wife's housework. I heard his wife started doing her housework better after he started keeping score. Then I thought, why don't I do it to you too?
I don't know about his family, but... we both work, right? I do all the housework while working. Are you thinking about that too?
You're working, so what? It's not an excuse to cut corners. That kind of spoiled attitude is the problem.
You don't even help with the housework, and so what are you talking about? I don't feel so good about it.
You're uncomfortable because you know what I'm talking about. If you know what I'm talking about, let's try to improve. I'll do my best to keep score too.
That's not my point. I'm saying it's terrible for fun. I'm doing my best in my own way.
Okay. You're just saying that. If you're not getting results, it's pointless. It's common sense for working people.
What kind of common sense is that?
Well, I've already decided. I'll check your other chores when I get home. Do your best to get good points. Hey, Kelly. What's today's lunch? It looks like leftovers from yesterday, right?
I didn't have time today, but I took care of the coloring.
That's before we even get to that. You never really get improved, do you? You really never get good points if you keep on like this. Are you studying?
Does the study mean that the social media that you recommended?
Yes, the one I sent you before. A housewife just like you is making such beautiful food, compared to your own cooking. Don't you feel embarrassed or something?
Well, she's a full-time housewife, right? The hours she has available to her aren't the same as mine.
There you go, the usual excuses. It's just not you are not trying hard enough, right? Don't blame everything on work.
Hey, let me make this clear. I'm busy myself. I don't have much time for myself with my job and my housework. I don't have time for your games.
I'm not playing games with you. You don't think I'm serious? That's why you can't get better.
Because, you know what? Even if you give me a score, it's based on your feeling. If you are in a bad mood, you deduct points just for that. I'm not stupid enough to take it seriously.
Oh, you thought so? Well, good. I'll show you how serious I am.
Show me what? You're gonna show me how to do it?
If you score 1-0, I'm divorcing you.
What are you talking about? I'm just so dumbfounding for me.
If there was a penalty, you'd be more motivated, wouldn't you? I'm telling you, I'm serious. I'll go get the divorce papers to prove it.
Can't be serious. What's the point of doing that?
If you don't want to get divorced, do it right. If you've done it right in the first place, I wouldn't have had to do this. But if you scored 0, I'll let you out right away.
Are you serious?
Of course. Just as long as you didn't score a 0, that's fine. You and I both off tomorrow, right?
Yeah, so?
That's just perfect. I'll check on your housework all day long. I can see how much you usually cut corners. Just make sure you don't score a 0. Otherwise, we're getting a divorce. Hey, where are you? I told you I'd check on your housework today. Why aren't you home?
Good morning. You're late. You never get up. I'm done with the housework. I'm shopping now.
Huh? What are you doing? I mean, wake me up.
You were the one who didn't wake up when I woke you up. I think I'll be home in the evening. If you want to check, go ahead and check.
What the hell? Don't you ever think about cooperating more? It's about you, right?
You're grading the score on your own, aren't you? I don't think there's anything to cooperate with.
Don't you have any ambition? Even my superior's wife is working hard under the same conditions. Don't you feel embarrassed?
No. Oh, also, I didn't iron your shirt. If you need to, you can do it yourself.
Huh? That's your job.
That's your shirt, right? You should at least do that. And while you're at it, please clean the bathroom. Oh, and if you could clean the bathroom too, that'd be great.
It's all your job. What are you thinking about skipping out on housework? Did you forget what happens if you scored a 0?
I do, but I don't have time for this. Can you please just get it done?
No. Do it yourself when you get home.
Why are you so small-minded?
Shut up. I'm tired of dealing with you.
Really? I'm enjoying it.
Oh, well, that's enough. So, where's lunch?
It's in the fridge. I'm good. You can eat alone.
Hey, which one's lunch? There's nothing in the fridge.
You have boiled broccoli, right? And some boiled eggs. Why don't you put some mayonnaise on it and eat it?
You gotta be kidding me. This is out of the question. Make something proper.
I'm busy to make it. If you have a problem with it, just don't eat it. If you can't prepare it yourself, why don't you go to a convenience store or somewhere?
Hey, are you sure you want to be like that? I can give you a 0 anytime I want.
Huh? You're not giving me a 0 for this yet?
I'll give you 2 points for your mercy. If it had been true, I'd have scored a 0. You should be thanking me for my kindness. It means I'm going to give you a timeout, so think about it seriously.
You don't have to hesitate. It's not too late. As expected, a 0 point is reasonable, don't you think?
Do you really know what you're doing? You got 2 points for cooking today. Don't you feel threatened if you get divorced with 0 points?
I know exactly what I'm doing. But still I can't get 0 points today?
I'm telling you, if you scored a 0 point, we'd be divorced. Don't be so tough. You don't want a divorce either, do you? You better get it right next time or it's really bad, okay?
Don't worry. I'm going to score 0 tomorrow, so look forward to it. I'll make your least favorite dish. Or maybe I'll just serve it with the ingredients as is.
Don't be silly. Think about it seriously. You're the one who'll be in trouble if we really get divorced. If you have time to joke around, do it without complaining. Understood?
Okay, I understand. I've got more shopping to do. See you later.
I came home after work. Where are you?
Oh, welcome back. I'm having dinner with friends right now. Please eat whatever you want.
Seriously, come on. You said to eat whatever I want. You're not gonna cook my dinner? The house is a mess. You skipped housework again, didn't you?
I didn't. I did the laundry.
That's all you did? You didn't do anything else?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Don't sorry me. I went to work today in a shitty shirt. Do you know how embarrassing that was?
Because I didn't iron it yesterday? You really wore that shirt? If you were embarrassed, you should have done it yourself.
It's not funny. What's up with you lately? If you keep doing this, I'm going to get tired.
I mean, you never give me a 0 point. Isn't your grading scale a little weird? When are you going to give me a 0 point?
Are you trying to harass me? Why don't you try to get a good score?
No, I just want to try to score a 0 once. If you give me it once, I'll be happy, okay?
If you scored a 0, we're getting a divorce. Do you understand that?
You were not serious about that, right? I understand that, so you don't have to be so tough on me.
Huh? I'm serious.
It's okay, it's not like that. I know what you were doing.
How can that be? You're being too optimistic. Do you really think I can't get a divorce?
I mean, if I had seen you before, I know that. No matter how bad my housework was, you didn't give me a 0, right? That means you don't want a divorce, right? I know.
If you're behaving like that, I'm done with you. I'm not going to forgive you this time. I'll really give you a 0 point.
If you can do it, go ahead. I don't think you have the guts.
You underestimate me. You want this one. 0 points for your housework today. Now, we're divorced.
You're really giving me a 0? You won't regret it?
You said you wanted 0 points, right? It's too late to regret it now. But if we really get divorced, it'll be a problem, won't it? Well, if you really don't want to do it, I'll reconsider.
Yay! Thank you so much! I'm so glad I got a 0 point!
What? Do you understand that? I'm talking about divorce, right? Do you really understand it? Are you sure about this? Now's the time to say you're sorry, okay?
Yes, divorce is fine. You really divorced me, right? You've been saying all this time that you're serious, that it's true, right?
Well, it's true, but it's not what I expected. Are you really okay with the divorce?
It's okay, so am I looking happy to you? What? Why are you acting like that? Don't tell me you didn't really want a divorce.
Huh? No, but I'm just saying that if you insist, I'll think about it.
Right. Then are we done talking about this? We're getting a divorce.
No, wait a minute. You're okay with divorce for something like this? I'm willing to give it one more chance.
Stop it! I don't want a second chance. I'm fine with divorce. It's too late for that kind of thing.
Wait a minute. Why are you giving up so easily? How can it be?
I don't think there's anything to give up. I'm simply fed up with you doing this. Even if we get divorced, I'll have no regrets.
Don't you just embarrass yourself? My superior's wife is doing her best under the same conditions as you, and you're the only one running away. As the same housewife, you should try harder too.
I'm with the superior's wife right now. She's getting a divorce too. Just like us.
What? What are you talking about? Are you sure you're together?
Yes, my dinner partner today. I've been in touch with her since I heard from you. Then she said she was fed up too. So I've been asking her for advice and she's been giving it to me.
You're kidding, right?
I'm not. I mean, married couples are equal, right? But you're giving scores without permission from high. That kind of thing usually makes you feel bad, right? No wonder you got divorced.
Well, but if that's the case, why didn't you divorce right away? Because you didn't want a divorce either, right?
At first, I was. And I thought you'd get bored and stop soon after some time. I thought I'd just put up with it until then.
Right?
But that didn't happen, right? So at least stay with it to the end. And then I was like, I'm going to divorce you on top of that. I enjoyed it so much.
Why are you enjoying it? Stop fooling around. I'm not going to agree to a divorce.
What are you talking about? You're the one who brought this up.
I mean, it's not like I didn't mean it. You know what I mean? Normally, couples don't get divorced over something like that.
Did you do that thing as a prank? If so, that's even worse, isn't it?
Even if it was, no way to divorce.
It's too late. I have the divorce papers you signed. I'll be very grateful to use this.
What? Seriously?
Yes, serious. I'm not going home today. I'm going to get it done first thing tomorrow morning.
Stop it. That's what a wife does. That's why you scored a 0 point.
I don't want to be told by someone who can't take responsibility for your own words. Why don't you look back at yourself before you start giving people's points? I'm sure you'll realize that you score a 0 as a person and a husband. The next day, I ignored Mark's calls and messages and filed for divorce. Mark said that he did not want to divorce me until the very end, but it doesn't matter, we are divorced without a problem. On the advice of Mark's superior's wife, whom I had been consulting with for some time, I kept a record of everything Mark said and did. Therefore, as proof of this, the alimony request went smoothly and the divorce was successful in a very satisfactory way. I am now enjoying my single life and busy with work and housework. After my divorce, I realized that I enjoy housework more when I do it on my own free rather than when others make me do it. Mark and his superior must be going through a tough time because of the divorce, but I hope they will continue to work hard and be aware of who was the real 0.